วัสดีค่ะ I'm Sochin Limpriyankai and welcome to Be My Guest, the program that brings you successful stories of institutions and entrepreneurs in both international and domestic arena. As today is Thailand's National Children's Day, we will be talking to our guests who are extremely talented youths who will tell us about their journey towards goals. Let's not waste time and hear more about it. In today's episode, we will be joined by three special guests. But first of all, we are joined by Thanat Rongbandit, grade 8 student of Panyarat High School. สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for joining us today. So first of all, let me ask you to introduce yourself to us.
So, my name is Thanat Rongbandit, and today I'm representing science subjects and competitions.
I see. So first of all, let me ask you about your recent competition that you attended, which is called ASMO, if I'm not wrong. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and the results of the competition?
It is a science and math competition which this year is held in Pattaya, Thailand, and it is in like all 5 countries from Asia will compete.
Okay. I see.
In Thailand, there is 3 rounds. First is like the round to just qualification, and second is to have the teams for the international competition. And the third round is the international competition when we compete with other countries from Asia.
Okay, so there is an individual and there is also a team type as well, and you are also involved in both.
Yes.
I see. So how is it different, the individual and the team?
The individual is a normal test.
Okay.
Like there is short answers, multiple choices, and essays. But team is kind of like a game.
I see. I see. Like, they will ask you something and then you have to quickly answer something like that, right? So how many people are in that competition? I mean, if there's team-wise, how many person is in the team?
So because Thailand is the country that held the competition, so we can send 8 people. That's mean 2 teams to the competition.
Okay. And both the teams are from this school?
We have 2 students from our school in the same team, but other 6 people are from other school.
I see. I see. So what were the results like for the individual and for the teams?
For the individual, I got bronze medal from the competition. Thank you. And from the team, it was kind of like using it. Our team from Thailand, we sent 2 teams. One team got number 1 and another team didn't get anything.
I see. So, how did you actually, compete, like decided to enter this competition? How did it all started?
When I was in primary, I felt like I like science. So I want to learn more about it.
Okay.
And so when I learned more, I started to notice that I need to test it, that I really like it or not. So I go to compete.
Okay.
And that's proof that I really like it.
I see. What about this particular competition? How did you, become part of it?
First time I didn't think much about it. I just attended like normally. But I noticed that I got qualified and I think to myself that this is my chance, so I need to do it my best.
I see. So you have that encouragement in you.
Yes.
I see. And were you happy with the results?
Yes.
I'm sure that it was a difficult, task to actually overcome. So how did you prepare yourself before this competition?
So the second round is in semester break, so it is easy to prepare. But the third round is kind of hard to prepare because I need to do lots of work in schools because the school open already. So the school support me a lot. They let teacher teach me more, so I can understand more and get prepared.
I see. So you have like extra classes and extra help from the teachers as well. I see. And did you find anything like challenging over there? I'm sure many things were challenging over there, but what do you think is the most challenging things that you had to face?
hundreds, thousands of people want to qualify into this, and it's kind of like it is challenging to go in that gate because
Of course.
like the second round is kind of like 60 people, and the third round they got only like 8 people. So it's kind of hard to compete with others because they are also smart.
Yeah,
students.
definitely. So apart from this competition, have you been, in other competitions as well?
Yes, I have been in lots of science and math competition, but I also attend debate and World Scholars Cup. Like last year's, I attend the World Scholars Cup both in Bangkok round and global round. It is a very good international competition. It seemed hard when we prepared, but when we go to compete, it is very fun.
Maybe you're just well prepared. That's why you find it easy. So amongst all the competitions, which one is the most memorable for you?
I think ASMO is the most memorable because usually the international competition I attend is debate and World Scholars Cup, but ASMO is kind of like the first international competition of science that I attend, so it's memorable.
I see.
I met lots of friends from my country and other countries.
So you made good friendship as well, and
Yes.
as well as you gained knowledge as well there. So are you planning to attend other competitions in the future? Are you preparing for anything right now?
Yes, I am preparing for the next competition.
Is it an annual thing, the ASMO? Is it every year?
Yes, every year.
I see. So if our viewers are watching you and they also love science and maybe they don't have as much motivation as you or encouragement, what would you like to say to them, to give words of encouragement?
So if you like something, it's good to just like sit there and be happy with them, but why don't you try and do what you love and make yourself and people around you be happy too.
I
It's
see.
the thing you love.
I see. And is that your motto? Is that what
Yes.
you live by as well?
Yes.
I see. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing with us your experience. ขอบคุณค่ะ Welcome back to the program. In our second break, we are joined by another special guest, that is Nadon Bunprom Thiragun, student of grade 8 at Banyarat High School. สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you for joining us today. So first of all, let me ask you about your recent competition, which you also attended with your friend who we interviewed earlier. So first of all, before all of that, let me ask you to introduce yourself as you're representing a different department from your friend.
Hello, my name is Nadon Bunprom Thiragun. I am Mathematics Department representative.
Okay, so you've been attending the ASMO competition as well with your friend. So can you tell us about the competition and also the results of the competition as well?
The name of competition is ASMO and ASMO International Competition 2017.
Okay,
Was held in Pattaya, Thailand.
okay,
And this competition of students who are in lower secondary from 5 countries.
I see. And where are these 5 countries from? There's, of
Thailand,
course, Thailand, yes.
Malaysia,
Okay.
Singapore, Philippines, and Indonesia.
I see. So Asian countries, basically.
Yeah, Asian countries.
Okay, so as we already mentioned earlier that there are 2 types, which is individual and also a team. So did you participate in both types?
Yes, both.
I see. And what were the results?
I get bronze medal individual contest and
Okay.
second runner-up team contest.
I see. So you actually are successful in both
Yeah.
competitions as well. So how is it like in terms of, because your friend competed for the science department, so how is it different in the maths department? How was the questions different or anything like that?
The difference between mathematics and science are the first is the type of test, because mathematics has less amount of question than science.
Of course,
and
yes.
less total score than science.
I see. And is it like multiple choices or they
It consists of 20 multiple choice and 6 essay question. But I choose only 4 questions to do.
Okay, so you can choose 4?
Yeah.
I see. Did you find it challenging?
Yes.
You find it hard? Or did you find, how did you find it like different from other competitions that you've competed?
This competition between Thailand between representative of countries and this speed test and the essay you should write in English
I see.
but other competition you write the essay in Thai language.
I see. So that was a little bit difficult for you over there, but I'm sure that you must have done well because you won in both, like individual and also as in a team as well. So as we have your awards right behind you right now,
Yeah.
there's also another competition that you attended as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Another competition is TDET. It stands for Thailand Educational Development and Evaluation Test.
Okay.
This competition, the competition for students who are in Mathayom 2.
Okay, so grade 8 basically,
grade
just
8.
like you. Okay. So it's all over the country, but nationwide competition. I
national
see.
competition.
And what were the results? What did you win?
I got silver medal mathematics.
And how many people were in that competition?
Many people around
100? Was it?
no around 10,000.
Wow, that's a lot. And you got second. So congratulations. You must have been doing really well over there. So how did you prepare yourself like before these competition? Is there anything extra you had to do?
I practiced question in last year and 2 years ago, 3 years ago
I see.
until the first year.
I see. So you've been practicing with like mock exams from the old years.
Yeah.
And then did you have help from your teachers or your family as well, like help support you, maybe check your answers or anything like that?
Yes, my mom always check my answer and correct the wrong question, correct question that I do it wrong,
I see.
and practice it again.
I see. So your mom must be good at maths as well, I assume.
My mom is okay at maths,
Okay.
but she always encourage me to competition math.
I see. That's very good actually. If she supports you, encourage you, that's the best support system you can have. So is there any competition that you're planning to enter in this year?
I want to got a gold medal in Thailand mathematics contest, and I want to select a representative for competition in Thailand mathematics Olympiad
This year.
this year.
I see. So what are the steps to be able to enter that competition? What do you have to do?
The step is I must test and select to POSN camp at สวนกุหลาบวิทยาลัย School.
Okay.
It has 2 camps and I can pass first camp.
You passed already the first camp?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's another camp coming
Yes,
up.
another camp coming.
Okay. And that they will have exams for you, or you just go for a camp and you learn more?
There's exam for me.
Okay. So what type of exams? It's just like multiple choices, writing?
The exam is about proof or proving, and it's separated into 5 subjects and algebra, number theory, geometry, functional equation, and combinatorics.
I see. So everything maths, but just different categories, basically.
Yeah, and all questions are proving, not finding the answer.
I see. So how did you realize that you like maths? When did you realize this?
My mom brought me to the many competition, and I did it well. So I think mathematics is good for me.
But do you like it?
Yeah, like
You have fun with it?
yeah, it's very fun for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
You don't find it hard? Because a lot of people find mathematics
Sometimes
really hard.
I find the mathematics is hard, but I think if I can solve this problem, I will have better skill in mathematics.
You have a very positive mind. That is very good as well. So if our viewers are watching and maybe some of your like fellow students out there who maybe are good in maths but they're not sure of their skills, would you have any tips or words of encouragement you would like to say to them?
Don't worry about it because I have experience like you, and I use and I strive and diligent, and I can pass it. And now I like math.
I see. So just work hard and
Yes,
just
work hard.
try harder and don't be afraid of anything basically. I see. That's a good motto to live by. So well, congratulations again, and that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us. ขอบคุณค่ะ Well, in our third break, we are joined by another special guest, that is China Denise W10, grade 9 student of Panyarat High School. สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Well, thank you for joining us today. So, first of all, let me ask you to introduce yourself.
Well, I'm China Denise W10. I'm grade 9 from Panyarat High School and will be representing the English department.
I see. So, can you tell us about the recent competition that you've competed in?
The most recent competition would be the World Scholars Cup 2017, the Tournament of Champion round, which was held in Yale, America.
I see. So you went to the United States to compete.
Yes.
So what is it like? Is it like a team kind of thing, or it's like an individual competition?
Well, the purpose of the competition is to be a team competition.
I see.
But then you have scoring individually and by team. And
I
so
see.
in certain categories, you are required to do it individually, and certain categories you are required to do it by team.
I see. So what is it about, like debate? Is it a debate competition?
Well, these
or-
arts and music, social studies, history, special area, literature, and science and technology.
I see. So you must be a very well-rounded person to be able to compete in this.
You can put it that way.
Yeah, I see. So what is it like? Is it more like a questionnaire kind of thing, or it's like a game show kind of thing, or how do you do it in this competition?
Well, you are required to debate and
Okay.
do collaborative writing, the Scholars Challenge and the Scholars Bowl. In the debate is where you have to go against another team with the topic they give you and support your side of the team. And for collaborative writing, they would give you 6 topics which you can choose with your teammates which one you want to do.
I see.
And you're required to write an essay, or it could be a creative writing way, and then your friends can check it, but they're not allowed to fix anything anymore.
I see. So there is like, individual kind of
Yeah.
thing and a team kind of thing as well. So what were the results?
Well, before you move on to the TOC round or the Tournament of Champions, you are required to do a regional round, which is also known as the Bangkok round, which I joined 2 years ago and the previous year. So for the previous year, which was 2017, the results were amazing.
Okay.
Because our team placed 4th overall in Thailand, and
It's a great achievement.
individually I earned 7 gold medals and 2 silver medals.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That is something, quite hard to achieve. As you have mentioned earlier, you need to, go through a lot of subjects to be
Yes.
able to, to get that award as well. So after you finished the Tournament of Champions and the results, as you have mentioned that you're happy with it, is there any other competitions you're planning to enter this year?
Well, I'm planning to enter the World Scholars Cup again, the 2018 round, and the different debate competitions that my teacher has informed me recently.
I see. So how are you preparing yourself for this?
The motion for the debate, they usually release the topics for you the day of the competition, which they will give
okay.
you half an hour to prepare for it without using electronic devices. So you're only allowed to discuss it with your teammates on what you want to say about it, and then after that, after 30 minutes, then you go in and face the opponent.
I see. So, I've never been in a debate competition, obviously. So what is it like? Like, what is the subjects, cover? It could be, very random, but that would be so hard. So is there any limitations to the topics that they could give it to you?
There's actually no boundaries to what you say, but it has to be within the topic. I mean, like, you can go out of it, but it has to be related to the topic.
I see. Like, can you give an example?
Well, an easy one would be like this house would ban guns. So you should give different examples from different countries, like why we ban guns and why is it good. And the other side would have to be like, we shouldn't ban guns and these are the following reasons.
I see. So that means that you must have enough general knowledge of everything about the world constantly, because things change all the
Yes.
time. So how do you, keep yourself up to date?
Well, we constantly read different news or go through Facebook and see what's actually happening.
I see. I see. So is that your main source of knowledge? Facebook and
No,
internet
'cause,
basically.
follow different news channels like CNN.
I see. So how did you realize that you like to be part of debating competition or like debating?
I didn't take it seriously 3 years ago, which is when I started, but I saw it was like an interesting thing because I never had a chance to try it before I moved here. So I joined it, and after I joined a few competitions, I realized this is what I want to do as as another activity in my curriculum.
And do you enjoy it?
Yes, because you get to meet new people from other countries and people from different backgrounds, and you see how they look at the world in their perspective.
Yeah, I'm sure that you get a lot of new knowledge, because when you debate about something, people will bring 100 reasons to to say stuff. So you would see new perspective all the time. So how do you feel like going out there, especially in a different country, and with people with different culture and background? Was there anything challenging for you during the competition?
It is challenging because we see people with the same goal, is to win the competition, is to place first place all the time. And so it is challenging because you meet people that are well prepared, and so you don't know how prepared you are if you go against them. So, and what is hard is about the topics they give you, because some topics you are not even familiar with it.
Of course.
And so if you don't actually have the general knowledge or know about the current events in the world, it would be pretty much really hard for you.
Yeah, I can imagine that, because if they give you something which is currently ongoing and you have no idea what's going on, you will be totally blank.
Yes.
And you wouldn't know what else to say. Did you have experience anything like that before?
Not really, because we are usually prepared for it, because even if we're not well prepared for what's happening 2 years ago or 3 years ago, we at least try to see what's actually happening within this week or last week.
Yeah, I see, of course. But then how do you focus on the topics? Like, I mean, there's so many things going on right now. So do you only focus on the highlights of the things that are going on, or how
Focus
do you
on what's related to the topic and what would be a relevant argument to the debate.
But then again, you wouldn't know what's the topic.
Well, the moment they release the topic, right?
Yeah.
So we discuss with our friends and we share different ideas on what we know about the debate and the topic.
I see. So in your future competitions, so what are they like? Only debating, or how is it like?
For debate is like what I said earlier, and
Yeah.
World Scholars. I joined these two main competitions because it's relating to English and it's one of my main languages I speak.
It's one of your strong points, basically.
Yes.
I see. So apart from the awards that you mentioned earlier, that it was amazing for you, and there is a lot behind you right now. So can you just give us an overview of these awards?
These two were the awards I got from the Bangkok round. This one was,
Which is the first round of okay.
which is the 4th overall team in Thailand, and we got the second place overall team for the Scholars Bowl.
Okay. And what about
And the medals here are what I achieved from the Tournament of Champions, the Bangkok round, and the regional round of 2017.
I see. Well, that's a lot, like, for one competition. Okay, even though there's many rounds, but for one competition, that's a lot of medals to be, given or have. So I must say again, congratulations.
Thank
you are very talented, obviously, because you're just in grade 8 and you already achieved so much. So what about, some of your fellow students out there, or people who are watching this, and they think they have the skills, but maybe they don't feel confident about themselves? Do you have any tips or encouragement or words of advice you would like to give to them?
Well, I believe nothing is hard for you to make it impossible, and everyone and each person is able to do it if you believe in it.
I see. And is that what you live by as well?
Yes.
I see. Well, congratulations once again and
Thank
well
you.
done. And that's all the time we have. Thank you so much for joining us today. ขอบคุณ
Thank you.
ค่ะ With the right support and encouragement, Thai students and youths can show their skills and talents in the world stage, showing the world that we are capable of everything we set our minds sets us to do. The stories of our three guests today serves as an example and inspiration for all the young generations out there. Our nation's youth is the future. If we don't support and invest in them now, when would it be a better time? And that's all the time we have for this episode. Thank you for tuning in. See you again next time. สวัสดีค่ะ